All right, good morning. I hope everybody has their bands handy because today we're going to do a total body band workout with a little bit of cardio and a little bit of core. So, and we'll also get some stretching in there at the end. So just welcome, good morning, and let's get started. We're gonna get actually started with a warm up to begin with because that's always good. We're gonna start with some dynamic stretches. So nice and tall, pull that belly button into your spine. Just gonna start with a kick across. We're gonna warm up or stretch out through that TFL, the outer hip area. And remember, just try to take a few deep breaths here as we're getting that body moving this morning. Should feel good if you're tight out here. If you're a runner, this should feel good because runners usually have tight TFLs. Perfect. And we're going to do a heel tap. So if you've watched any of the videos that I've done in the past, you'll know that this is the warm-up we always do. And the reason I do the same warm-up, dynamic stretches, is it, one, stretches all the muscles, and two, it gets that blood flowing to muscles that might need it. So 3, 2, 1, let's go to a hamstring curl here. So pulling that heel to the back. We're also warming up through that chest. So pull those elbows back behind your back. Good. Please remember to breathe. All right, here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to kick it out as high as you can. This is going to be a nice hamstring stretch here. Try to keep that foot flexed. Now I'll get a calf stretch if your calf is tight. And should feel good. No pain. So you're not trying to like swing in from the hip joint. You extend, bring it up, kick it out. There's 4, 3, 2, and now punch across. Gentle punches. Just is more like a reach across the body. Nice stretch through that middle back. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to do what my clients call the ballerina. I'm going to step that foot behind and reach over top. Other side, step behind, reach over top. This is going to stretch through your lats. It's also going to get through that outer oblique, some TFL. Good. Woo, 5, 4. It feels so good. 3, 2. You guys look like you're good ballerinas there. All right. We're going to go wide feet, toes pointed out just a little bit. You're going to do a little squat from side to side or a little lunge from side to side. So you're going to feel a nice stretch on that inner thigh of the leg that's straight. Just, it's not a super deep lunge here. It should just feel good. It's a nice stretch. That's all we're doing. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. One more. Awesome. Coming back to center. Let's get those shoulders warmed up. I'm just going to rotate like you're doing if you're a swimmer, swam in the past, it's a back crawl and should feel good. Now we're going to go forward, front crawl or freestyle, depending on your swimming terms. Good. Should feel good. Just range of motion right now. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Now we're going to do a floor sweep. So just be aware if you have lower back pain, do what is comfortable for you. I do not want you to hurt yourself. This is just supposed to be like a stretch. You're going to sweep your floor. Start at the outside of the right foot, sweep around to the outside of the left foot. I'm going to stand up, trying to twist to the side as you stand, and then start at the left outside of the left foot, sweep around to the outside of the right foot, twist as you stand. So you're getting a nice stretch in your hamstrings, a nice stretch in your lower back, and a little bit more through that middle back and oblique. So it should feel good. If you can't touch the floor, it's okay. You can brace your hands on your knees and go that way. So you don't have to sweep the floor. But if you can sweep the floor, please do. Here's 3, good, 2, and last one. Okay, so I want to use the band just a little bit more to add a few stretches and warm-ups. So grab your band, and this should feel good. I'm going to get a little bit closer here. You do not have to kneel. You can do this standing, but once you grab wide with your band, so your hands are well beyond the outside of your shoulders, and what you're going to do is just take it around. Now, be aware shoulders are not as flexible. So if you can bring it all the way down and tap your hips, please do. You shouldn't be trying to pull the band apart. The band is just there for mobility, all right? So if in this range of motion, if you feel like real tight anywhere, just hang out there for a couple of seconds and then go all the way down. If it causes you pain to do that full range of motion, then stop where it hurts and then come back. So you should not, please don't try to push through it because there's a lot of rotator cuff going on there. So if you've had rotator cuff issues, be aware of what's happening. If that's too easy and you're like, this is a piece of cake, grab more narrow and try going a little bit more narrow. So just gonna do these, should feel good. And if you're, this is huge as we age, because as we age, our shoulders and we end up being able to put it on, or it hurts to reach behind our back or brush our hair. So mobility, you can do this every day, even if it's just a couple of times a day. And you do it with a kitchen towel or your towel in the bathroom after you shower, whatever. It'll help you tremendously. Again, should not be painful. Okay, good. Now we are going, that's the main one that I wanted to do. Actually, no, let's do one more. You're gonna grab about your hands are about shoulder width, slightly wider. And I'm gonna kneel here so you can see. So side view, people tend to have their shoulders rounded. I want you to pull your shoulders back. Okay, so not rounded, pull them back. And now gently pull apart with that band. Gently pull apart. You're gonna feel, if your hands are narrow enough, you're gonna feel an amazing stretch right up here in your upper trap. So if you're not feeling it when you're pulling it apart, and try to pull those shoulders down, relax those shoulders as you're pulling apart. If you're not feeling it, grab a little bit closer hands and then try. It's a very gentle pull apart. You're not trying to muscle it apart. You're just adding a little bit of resistance, and it should feel really good through that upper trap if your upper trap is tight. Everybody there, you're experiencing some amazing stretching right now? Okay, great. Nobody is. Awesome. Okay, one person. Okay, let's get you going. So we don't need our bands quite yet. Now we're gonna get your heart rate up. So we're gonna start marching in place. About 15 seconds here. Marching in place. So here we go. Drive that belly button into your spine. Back nice and tall. Shoulders should be over your hips, so you don't wanna be leaning forward. Pulling those shoulders back. Good, good, good. 3, 2, now we're gonna add a high knee. Touching that hand to that opposite foot. Hand opposite knee. Trying to get those knees up to knee height or hip height if you can. Don't forget that belly button. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, butt kickers. So if you can get that heel to your glute, please do. Whoop, there's that 30 seconds. Good, try and get that heel to your glute. Check those abs, should be nice and tight because the tendency here is to lean forward. Keep those shoulders over your hips for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, low impact jumping jack. You can step it out. If you want to be hardcore and jump it, you totally can. I'll leave it up to you. Awesome, I see a couple jumpers, that's awesome. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. Feel warm? Like the blood's flowing? Awesome. Here we go. So we're going to do some squats. Feet shoulder width apart, shoulders over hips. I'm going to turn sideways here so you can see. All you're going to do is squat down. So this is whatever your knees can handle. What I want you to work toward is being able to get those hips in line with your knees, if you can, meaning squatting that low or a little lower, if you can. Please do what your knees will allow you to do. Okay, so we're going to work on breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So fill those lungs as you go down, exhale, and you come up. Good. All right, I don't want to kill anybody this morning. So here's 4, 3, good. 2, inhale, exhale, last one, inhale, exhale, good. Hamstrings. So we're going to do airplanes. What you're going to do, stand on that right leg. All you're going to do is pretend you're an airplane. All right, so you want to have that back heel in line with your head. Okay, so you want to be a nice straight line here. Slight bend in your standing knee. Inhale, exhale when you come back up. Inhale, exhale. So this is going to help you a lot with your balance. If you feel like you're falling over, you're challenged with that balance, what I want you to do is really focus on driving that belly button into your spine. And if this, like, tie up your core. Pretend someone's going to tickle your tummy, and you're like, I don't want to get tickled. Okay, that's how tight you want. Or if they do touch you, you're like, I gotta have rock hard abs. So you're going to tighten up that belly button. Good. So you should be feeling a nice stretch back here in the back of that hamstring. We're going to do 2 more. Good. 1 more. Awesome. Now we're going to switch legs. Here we go. Oh, don't fall over. Remember, inhale, exhale when you stand back up. Inhale, exhale. It might also help. So remember, you're being tickled, tighten up those abs. If you can keep your hips more parallel to the floor, that will help with balance too, because as you twist, then you lose your balance. So the more you keep those hips parallel to the floor, that will also help. Standing knee slightly bent. Almost done. We're going to do 5 more. Hopefully everybody's lower back is doing all right. If you need to hold on to something, please do, because form is more important than trying to do it without touching anything. Good. 1 more, I think, because you guys know how good I am at counting. I'm not very good. Sorry, you get stuck with me that way. All right, back to some cardio. So we're going to go with that knee tap again, hand to opposite knee, or if you want, you can do elbow to opposite knee. Get a little bit more twist there. There's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Perfect. But back to those butt kickers again. Stretch out those hamstrings a little. There's 10, 9. Hopefully your heart rate's staying up there. We're not like on a scale of 1 to 10. 0 being I'm dead, heart's not working. 10 being send me to the hospital, I'm having a heart attack. At least a 5 or 6, hopefully. 2 and 1. Jumping jacks, low impact. There's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grabbing your band. I'm gonna go to some upper body. And I'm getting a drink of water. All right. Hey, Joni, can you please mute your laptop or whatever for me? So we're gonna start with some chest first. wrapping that band around your back. It's going to go across your shoulder blades. The closer you grab the band, like the closer you're grabbing that band to your chest, the harder it's going to be. The farther away your hands are, the easier it's going to be. So you decide what you want to do best. But we're going to fly like a bird. So all you're going to do is like clap your hands in the front. Clap. Good. So you're working your pec muscles right here. So here's a couple of form things. Squeeze those glutes. Drive that belly button into the spine because you don't want to be out here doing this. Squeeze those glutes. Abs nice and tight. Good. Good, good, good. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, letting that band fall underneath your shoulder blades, like your armpit area. You're gonna grab the band so that your hands are facing the floor. So we're not facing each other, we're facing the floor. And all you're gonna do is push those hands forward. Push and push. Good. So now you're working some frontal deltoids to the front of the shoulder. You're also getting more pec. So palms face the floor. On this, if you want to inhale, exhale when you come back. Inhale, exhale. And the other thing is squeeze those glutes. Abs nice and tight. Anybody getting shaky yet? 5, 4. If you're not feeling much of a challenge, find a harder band to use, like a more challenging band. I think we have 2 left. Is that right? 5 is so hard to come down from. Done. Woo-hoo. Okay, now let's get some back. So what you're gonna do, grab a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Palms facing up, palms up, thumbs up. And all you're gonna do is a pull apart. Okay, so you're gonna pull, you wanna bring that band to your chest level. I don't want it up here by your neck because you're not gonna strain yourself. So band at chest level, and your hands should come behind your back. So if your hands are not able to come behind your back, then give yourself some more slack so that your hands can go behind your back. Because the muscles that you're working right now are right here across the shoulder blade area. All right, so you want to feel right across the shoulder blades there. Let's do another 5, 4, 3. So you're just pulling that band in front of you. 2, and 1. It's not a very big movement. You might have felt some fatigue in the rear delt, and that's okay. That's working too. But I also was hoping you would feel back there. Okay, now we got to get some different back muscles. So I'm going to kneel. You don't have to kneel. Your hands are going to be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. All you're going to do, palms facing forward, pull down, and bring those elbows to your sides. So as you pull down, you're pulling that band apart. Pull down, pull the band apart. The palms will always face forward. You don't want them ever turning in like this. So those palms will always face forward. The muscles you're working are right here, your lats. All right, so let's keep going. Woo! Good. Everybody's looking good here. Hopefully you're feeling some back working. Good job, good job. Let's do another 5. Good. 4, if you're feeling a lot of tricep here, they are assisters, but grab a little bit wider and then pull because it shouldn't be tricep. So just change your hand position a little bit and it should take it out of the tricep and put it more in the back. Good. Woo. Are your arms tired now? Okay, I'm getting warm. So we're gonna go back, get a little bit of cardio and shake it out. So what we're gonna start with are some front jacks. It's just those hands are gonna go in front of you as you do a low impact jack with those feet. All right, good. So if you want to turn it into a high impact, you can, but it's a lot on those knees, so do whatever. Here's 5, 4, 2. Now we're going to a jack. Hands out here. We're going to just clap it in front as we continue stepping it out. Stretching it out a little bit, those muscles we worked. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4. Hopefully heart rate's coming up. 2, and done. Good. Okay, back to some legs. We're gonna go, excuse me, a sumo squat. So those, or plie squat, if you don't want to feel like a sumo wrestler this morning. So those toes are gonna be out, 45-degree angle. You don't want them way out at 90, so you want them, but you don't want them facing forward either. So you want them turned out just a little bit, shoulders over hips, and you're just gonna squat down. We don't need a band at the moment. Please make sure those knees are following your toes. So inhale, exhale, go down, inhale, come up, exhale. So you should be feeling some inner thighs right now. Good. 4, 5. So the tendency is 6. For most people, the inner thighs are pretty tight. 7. So I don't want to work too much this morning here. 8. But it's always good to have them strong. 1 more, I think. Good. Okay, that's all I want to do for inner thighs. So we're going to go back. Now that your upper back and your chest is a little bit stretched out, like not as tired, we're going to do those chest exercises again. Okay, we're going to start with the chest. It's going around the shoulders. All right, palms are going to face out because you're going to clap those hands together, theoretically, because you are holding onto the band, so you can't really clap. But good. So squeeze those glutes, abs nice and tight. Great. 3, 4. So as you get tired, your head is going to want to come forward. Please don't let it. Keep those ears in line with your shoulders. Keep that body in a nice alignment here. Great. We're going to do 2 more. Then we're going to go switch to those presses instead of the flies. Okay, so now it's going to go underneath those armpits. Palms are going to face down. I'm going to start with those elbows out a little bit lower than your shoulders and press forward. The closer you grab to your armpits, that band to your armpits, the harder it is. The farther away your hands are on the band, the easier it is. Good job, good job. Here we go. Check that form. Squeeze those glutes. Good. Squeeze those glutes, abs nice and tight. Pretend you're going to get tickled. Or if you like tickling, pretend someone's going to punch you in the gut. And then you're like, ah, bracing. That's how tight you want to be here. Here's 5, 4. I don't know anybody who likes to get tickled. 3, 2. Good. And 1. Even though you may have felt your shoulders working more, your chest was still working in order to push that forward. So it's just whatever may be weaker is what you'll feel first. All right, now we're going to go to back. So bringing it forward. I'm going to do palms up, thumbs up, okay? Palms up, thumbs up. And you want to be able to pull so that it goes behind, those arms go behind your back. Pulling so that it's at your chest, not at your neck. And this is a tough one. I really want you to focus on squeezing those shoulder blades together. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good. Let's do 2 more. Hopefully we'll have gotten to 10. This is a tough one, but it's so good for your back. This will help with neck pain. If you can strengthen these muscles here, it will help a lot with upper neck tension, all right? So now we're gonna do those pull downs again for the middle part of our back and our lats. So abs nice and tight, squeeze those glutes. Hands should be a little bit wider than your shoulders. And all you're gonna do is pull down, bring your elbows to your sides. Good, here we go. Here's 2. Inhale, oh wait, no. Exhale up, inhale down. Good. the nice thing about these, if you don't get the breathing right, it's okay because you're not supporting body weight. Unlike a squat. Squat's very important, right? But this is not a body weight supporting exercise. Good. Let's do 5. So don't stress out about the breathing here. 4. Abs tight, squeeze those glutes. 3. Good. 2 and 1. Okay, now I'm going to tell you a little note here. You're going to see some people that do pull to the back. You can do that. Instead of pulling to the front of the body, they pull to the back of the body. You can do that. It just puts a lot more stress through the rotator cuff. So that's why I always pull to the front. If you want to try pulling to the back, you can. Just be aware that it's a lot more stress on the back of the shoulder. All right. So get some cardio. We're going to do that clap jack. Well, no, let's do the front jack first. Keep it in order. So here we go. Hands in front, taking those hands overhead. Abs nice and tight even here. Good. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're so good. Man, you guys are doing a lot of work this morning and not a lot of time. Good job. Efficiency. There's 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to go to that clap jack. Same thing with the feet, but now we're going to clap. Stretch out through those chest muscles here. Awesome. We'll do 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3. Those shoulders might be getting tired, huh? And done. Good job. All right. So let's get a little bit of tricep. It's also going to work more back, right? With your band. I want you to find what's most comfortable here. Some people prefer the palms up. Some people prefer the palms down. So it really depends on your elbow joint, all right? So whatever is more comfortable, and you'll feel the tension as you're here and your palms are down, you'll feel like, oh, that doesn't feel good to my elbows. So let me try this. And you're like, oh, no elbow pain. So whatever you want, just decide, like figure it out right now. Your hands are gonna be like right a little bit wider than your hips. So if the band was straight, it'll be like a couple inches wider than your hips. And all you're going to do, again, pull those shoulders back. So you don't want rounded shoulders. Pull those shoulders back, abs nice and tight. You're going to lift and very gently, I don't want you to try to move gently, pull apart. Okay, so the muscles that you're working here are your triceps, as well as some lower rhomboid. That's also going to help support your neck. All right, so by strengthening that, it'll take stress off the rest of your back. And normally our rhomboids and our middle are weak. So it's important to strengthen those. So here's 10, 9, 8, 7, good job. 6, check your form because the tendency is going to want to be here. Please don't do that. 3, I think I messed up. 2. Let's do one more just in case. Good. Woo! How did that feel? You got noodle arms yet? Oh boy. Okay, so more back. Back is super important. Super important. So what you're going to do, you're going to lock, straight arm lock, palm facing back, the band right by your side, right by your hip. Forward facing palm on the other hand. And you want to give yourself enough slack that you can bring that hand all the way up over your head, even a little bit higher, like behind your head, if you can. It's a lot of shoulder mobility here. So lock that arm to your side. The arm that's moving, it should be locked out as well. So the muscles that you want to be feeling are right through here. Okay, so it's going to go diagonally. So this is some trap and rhomboid here. So it shouldn't cause pain. Okay, so let's do another 6, 5, squeeze those glutes, abs nice and tight. 4, try to get that bicep and shoulder to brush your ear. Try to get that bicep and shoulder to brush your ear. Good. And whew. So you may have gotten some fatigue up here in the upper delt, and that's okay. That's okay if you did. But because I know you were working the back, it's impossible for it to not work. So we got to switch sides. Locking that hand to your side, palm facing back. The other one is palm facing forward. And take that overhead. All right, so here you go. That bicep and shoulder should brush your ear. Squeeze those glutes, abs nice and tight. Good. 4, we'll go a little faster here. 5, 6, I know this is a big muscle here that normally doesn't get worked. And that's okay, we're working it today, right? And now you know to work it more. Good, let's do, are we done? One more? Okay, we'll call it one more. So hopefully you felt a diagonal muscle right through there, because that's what we were trying to work. Now we got to get some glutes. So we're going to go down to the floor and move this down here. If you can get to the floor, great. Or you could go to your couch. You could go to bed, whatever is most comfortable. But I found out some information about the bridge. So I wanted to tell you that today. Bridge, we're going to start doing differently. So what I want you to do is do a pelvic tilt. So you're going to round those hips so that your lower back is totally flat on the floor. Okay. Drive that belly button into the spine. That's your starting position for the bridge. From here, you're just going to raise till you can't anymore. So you're going to feel your glutes working, but without pain through the neck. So what we did before was we extended those hips super high, and it put a lot of strain through the neck. New way to do a bridge. Pelvic tilt, drive the belly button into the spine, and then just lift those hips. Okay, so you're still your glutes working without the strain in your neck. So we're gonna hang out there for just a second. Well, 15 more seconds, to be honest. You should be feeling a good burn in those glutes. And if you're not, you need to do bridges more. Almost done. And you're done. Okay. So do you guys have your band handy? Hopefully. Sorry, I didn't tell you to get that before you went down. My bad. What you're gonna do is tie your band around the top of your knees. Okay, so tie that band around the top of your knees. Make sure you double knot it if you can, so that it doesn't whack you in the face, because that's not cool. And we're going to go into that bridge again, but now we're going to do a little different trick here. All right, so feet are shoulder width apart for that bridge. Pelvic tilt, drive the belly button into the floor, lift those hips. Okay, from there, we're going to do a tiny little pulse with the knees to the outside. So you're going to come apart and together, but I don't want those knees to go all the way together. You want to maintain a bit of tension on those glutes. If those knees come together, then the glute relaxes for a second. Don't let that happen. So, but you're going to feel a nice burn in that glute medius, and that helps support your lower back. So that's why it's important to train it. So here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hopefully it's burning. 2. Is it burning? Ah! Mine is. Okay, relax. Do you need to do a knee hug? Hopefully your lower back's doing okay. Whew. Okay, let's get some quick core. You can take the band off of your knees, slide it off, untie it, whatever you need to do there. Okay, so now Elbows are going to be behind your head. They never come forward. Those elbows always stay back. This is a new technique here that's going to help save your neck, and it's going to force your abs to work more. So elbows always stay back. Pelvic tilt, drive that lower back into the floor. Drive your belly button into the floor. That's your starting position, okay? So this is going to work a little bit of oblique as well as the whole rectus abdominis. So now what you're going to do is take your nose to your left knee and come back to center, and then you're going to switch nose to right knee. The tendency is going to be to try to get that elbow to touch the knee. That's not what we're doing. We're taking your nose to your knee. This is nice and slow and controlled. That way the muscle works and you're not doing momentum. All right, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. So you got check that lower back. The tendency is, because there's so much to think about, the tendency is to let that lower back come off the floor. If that lower back comes off the floor, then you're going to get back pain, or you're only going to work your upper ab. So keep that lower back in the floor. Good, good, good. Here's 6, 5, 4, inhale, 3, knee to nose, and oh wait, hold on, we gotta do one more because we started on that side. Good, there we go. So hopefully you felt all those abs working, and you did get a little bit of internal oblique on that one. Let's flip it over. Oh. I want to work some more in that middle back area. So pull those shoulders back. You don't want those shoulders rotated forward. Pull the shoulders back. Your head should be looking at the floor. You don't want to be looking up at me. So I know it's kind of awkward, right? Head looking at the floor, palms up. They're down by your hips. And all you're going to do is, I don't want you to worry about your lower body. All we're working on is the upper body. So just lift and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Come back down. Inhale, lift, exhale, and down. Lift, squeeze those shoulder blades, and down, up, and down. So it should not be causing a lot of lower back pain. If it is, then you need to do some lower back stretches and strengthening. This is one of those strengthening moves. Here's 6. Squeeze those shoulder blades. You should be feeling your middle back working. 5, but it also works your core, believe it or not. 4, 3, because you're squeezing your glutes with each lift. 2, so that core is working. And 1. Good. Okay. Child's pose. Stretch that lower back out. Just to make sure, reach those arms as high above you as you can. We're almost done. I promise. So, obliques, laying on your side. Doesn't matter what side, because we're going to get both sides. Elbow is down here. So you want your hand by your hip. You don't want it up here. You don't want it up here. You want that elbow down by the side of your body. Okay, you're going to drive through that elbow, come up. Drive through the elbow and come up. You're going to start working your top oblique here. All right. Working that top oblique. Coming up as high as you can. You don't want to cause strain. So whatever your body can do. Why are obliques important? They help support the back and they help with rotation. So let's do, I think, 4 more to make 10, right? We rotate a lot and we don't even know it. Good. Let's go to the other side. So the stronger you can keep those obliques, the stronger your back will be, because then you won't throw your back out when you're twisted. Laying on that side, elbow down by the side. And here we go. We're going to lift, drive that elbow into the floor. 2, 3, try to pull that belly button into the spine even when you're doing this. 4, train those abs to go in, not out. 5, we're halfway done. 5, 4, 3, almost there. 2, and 1. Good job. We're gonna stretch. So on your back, pretend you're being pulled apart by your hands and your feet. Oh, it should feel so good. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale. Perfect. We're gonna bring your right leg up, hamstring stretch on the right side, pulling above or below the knee, but not right at the back of the knee. So anywhere there, getting a nice stretch in that hamstring. If you want to use your band, if it's nearby, you can wrap that band around your calf and use it to pull as well. It's sometimes a little bit easier, especially if your hamstring won't go very high. So you can always use that band. And it's magical. Maybe we should do a band stretching video because that would be awesome. Okay, rotating that ankle, all that legs in the air. 5, 4, 3, 2, and both directions. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Crossing the right ankle over your left knee. Pull your left knee to your chest if you can. If this is a massive stretch in your hip, just stay there. But if you don't feel a stretch, pull your left knee to your chest. Whatever your body needs. This is a really good stretch for your hip mobility. As we get older, those hips start losing their range of motion, which can increase your chances of falling. So we got to keep that hip mobility as big as possible, that range of motion as big as possible. Okay, good. Relax that left leg down. And now you're going to bring both feet together. Let your knees fall to the left. Keeping those knees stacked as much as possible. You're going to get a nice lower back stretch, maybe outer hip. The goal is to have both of your shoulders on the floor. But more importantly, you want those knees to fall to the floor. So if your shoulder does come off the floor, it's okay. Just try to work on getting that shoulder back so it's flat on the floor. There's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now what I want you to do, keep rolling onto your left side, your right ankle, right shoe, right whatever, and pull so you get a nice quad stretch. So you're gonna pull so you get a nice stretch in the front of that leg. There's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Back on your back. Let's get the other side. Bringing that left leg up. Hamstring stretch on the left side. Again, if you need to use that band to put around your ankle so that you can get a better stretch, please do. Because it's amazing. You can put it on the bottom of your foot. You can put it at your ankle, wherever it works best for you. Go ahead and rotate that ankle. Get a nice calf stretch here, maybe different part of the hamstring. Rotate the other direction. Good. All right. Now we're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee. You should feel a stretch in that left glute. If you don't feel a stretch there, go ahead and pull your right knee to your chest. Oh, that's amazing, isn't it? Oh, happy hips. So good. Perfect. We're going to relax that down. Now plant both feet right next to each other. Let your knees fall to the right. The goal again is to try to keep both of those shoulders flat on the floor. However, if that doesn't work and your knees are like hanging above the floor, let those knees fall to the floor and let your shoulder do whatever it wants. But the goal is to get shoulders on the floor. 4, 3, 2, continue to roll onto your right side. Grab your left foot and do a quad stretch on the left side. Should feel a nice stretch in the front of the leg there. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're gonna just roll onto your stomach. So keep rolling. We're gonna dig those elbows into the ground. Push those elbows away and then look up at the ceiling. So you should get, if your abs are tight, you'll get a nice stretch in the rectus abdominis. If you don't feel any stretch, but you want to, dig those elbows in. Don't move them, but pull them towards your hips, and then you'll get a better stretch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, go ahead and go down. We're going to push into a downward dog. A child's pose. So just sitting those hips back on your heels, reaching those arms as far forward as you can. If it's hard to go get those heels to sit on your hips to sit on your heels, take those knees a little wider and see if you can go deeper that way. Good. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now what I want you to do is go to a seated position. And I'm going to do a V-sit. So taking those legs as wide as they will allow go, and then just lean forward. So if this is as wide as your legs can go, that's okay. Whatever width you can do. You should feel a nice stretch in that inner thigh. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So now going back to that kneeling position, we're just going to slowly stand up. All right. So if you want to do a downward dog on your way up, you can. You don't have to, meaning pushing those heels into the floor. It is a lot on the wrist, so you don't have to do that. But just walk those feet to the hands or the hands to the feet, and we'll slowly stand it up. We'll finish stretching upper body up here. So, looks like everybody's up. All right, cool. What we're gonna do, start cross that right arm in front of your body. Grab it with your left hand and then pull that left hand toward your shoulder. Should feel a nice stretch back here. All that rear delt that we worked should feel good. Stretching should feel good, not painful. So if you're like, ow, then stop, shake it out, and try a little bit more gently. 3, 2, and 1. Same arm. Take it behind you. Your hand touches your shoulder. Left hand grabs your elbow, and you pull it back. It's going to be a nice tricep stretch here for you. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now we'll relax. Left arm across the body. Push it towards use your right hand to push it toward your right shoulder. Should feel good right out here. And now relax that. We're going to take that overhead. Tricep stretch. Good job. Good job. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's get some chest. So hopefully there's enough shoulder mobility. You're going to clasp your hands behind your back and then lift as high as you can. This is going to get upper pec and frontal delt. Okay, so nice stretch right through there. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 more. We're going to reach that right arm over, grab it with your left hand, and then have your left hand pull your right arm over your body. It's going to be a nice stretch down your back here. Those muscles that we worked, we're going to stretch those out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax other arm. So if you let your body reach with the stretch, then you might even get a little oblique stretch, and that's good. Good. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the last stretch, you're going to clasp those hands in front of you, rotate them out, let those shoulders round, and then lift your shoulders so it'll get underneath your shoulder blade. Good. And rotate the other way, lift that other shoulder. Should get under your shoulder blade and feel really good. And last one, deep breath in. Big stretch, exhale. One more. Deep breath in. Big stretch, exhale, and you're done.